Good morning and welcome to Saturday morning. Here, we're back. It's been some time since we've done this. I got to be honest. I feel like it's been a while for a bunch of reasons. We're back. Good morning. Disney, the Saturday version, which is called
We Have Spoken.
Yes, We Have Spoken. The great line from I Have Spoken from The Mandalorian. Anyway, we're going to talk Disney with you and Star Wars with you every Saturday morning. Usually at 9:15. We did 9:30 today. 9:30 our time, 10:30 Eastern time. The Women of Star Wars. We're trying to think of something special to talk about this week because we've been away for a while. We had a bunch of ideas actually.
Yeah.
But we landed on the Women of Star Wars. And hey, my personal bully, Jesse's in the house. Good morning to you, my friend. Thanks for popping in. So I have 4 daughters. I am the dad of 4 daughters. Before I had daughters, I was football coach and a baseball coach. Basketball a little bit, but football and baseball when I was skinnier and younger. And then I had a bunch of kids. And Nico the Greco in the house. And they are some of the best ladies in the world. 4 young ladies are my daughters. And this is my youngest. She's not young, but she's my youngest. And I think more than any of the 4. Now, all 4 of them love Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Brittany loves Star Wars. Samantha loves Star Wars. Peyton really loves Star Wars. But you love Star Wars as much as I do, maybe even more, probably more, and that's saying something. And you more than any of them have embraced the awesome lessons and stories and fun of Star Wars. And I think it's because you connect, and I'm going to speak for you for a second, and then you tell them if I'm right or wrong, and then what you think. You've embraced some of the awesome female characters of Star Wars as pretend characters, but still somebody to look up to. Is that true?
Well, I've always admired the characters like Ahsoka Tano who charge without hesitation into danger to save a life. Those kind of characters I want to be like because they're heroes.
Mm.
So I embrace the heroes and try to be like them.
Now, we did it. We looked at Chad Wombat in the house. Chad Wombat. Wombat's a Star Wars thing, right? Grandma's in the house. Her grandma's in the house. My mom. What's going on? Glad to see everybody here. So there was a pretty neat article. We had like 5 or 6 different ideas for today's show. We're never going to run out of ideas for shows, right? I mean, come on, it's Star Wars. There's so many neat things to talk about. But there was one article that I don't think it was that long ago, and I just thought this is perfectly embodies what I think I want to talk about. And then when I told you, you liked it. The 15 best female characters ranked in the Star Wars universe. Now, I don't agree with this rankings, but it's a fun ranking. So I'm going to go through it real fast, and then we'll talk about our 2 or 3 favorite, okay? And this is from screenrant.com. There's all kinds of articles out there like this. Number 15, Captain Phasma. I like Captain Phasma. It was beautiful. Is it armor?
Yeah.
I guess armor, right? But we didn't get
fun
to.
fact. Mm-hmm. Phasma's armor is made out of the metal from the Emperor's Imperial shuttle.
Oh, I did not know that. So I disagree with this article very much, but it tells you how much fun we can have with this. Somebody named Nora Wexley, number 14. Any ideas on it?
Never heard of her.
Commander Holdo, who I don't really love that scene where she saves them, kind of dumb.
Yeah, she should have just told everyone what she was doing.
Right? Cara Dune.
Oh yeah, she's a good one.
Love her. Maz. What is she doing? I don't know. Pretty crazy. I like that character. No idea who this is. Do you? Shakti.
Shakti, yeah.
She's from Rebels? Clone Wars. Oh, Clone Wars, okay. Mon Mothma, right? So that's these are in order for them. Number 9. Number 8, I love Jyn. Jyn Erso. Great character, right? Love her.
Very cool.
Saves the world. Don't watch the end unless you're going to be sad. Rey at number 7. Hard to believe she's only number 7. Love that character, right?
Yeah, she's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I never heard of this one. Hera Syndulla. Who's that?
She's from Rebels. She's the captain of the ghost ship. And she's definitely one of my favorites.
Okay. See, that's good to know. Now, she's bad, right?
Yes. Asajj Ventress.
Asajj Ventress. What a cool name, right?
She's a Sith.
There we go. Look at how cool she looks. She's not going to be in my top 5, I'll tell you that right now. Sabine Wren, I know you like Sabine Wren, right?
Yeah, so fun fact. Sabine was the one who gave the dark saber to Bo-Katan, who kind of lost it to Moff Gideon, who lost it to Mando. So who knows what's going to happen next.
Interesting. Padme comes in at number 4 on their list. And again, stick around. We will give our list here in a minute. I don't know, top 3, top 5, whatever. Number 2, Leia, the princess herself. She's a little small for a stormtrooper. Number 1, I'm surprised by this. I wouldn't be surprised if you put her as your number 1, though. I know you love her.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. All right, so
She's one of my favorites.
Let's get to R. Do you want to give your top 2, top 3, top 5? Do you just want to talk about your favorite? Like, where do you want to take this to the people in the chat? Who do you want them to?
First of all, you're on my hair.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby.
And I say we do our top 5, and then we talk about why they're our top 5.
Who is your favorite female in the entire Star Wars universe? And then I'll tell you who mine is after that, and we'll just keep going down the list.
I would say Rey.
Rey, I thought you might say that. So you fell in love with Rey with the first one, and then as she grew in her powers and grew in her importance, did you like her more or less?
I liked her more.
Yeah? I think one of my favorite scenes, not my favorite scene, but one of my favorite scenes in the entire universe of Star Wars movies is that first opening scene where we meet Rey, where she's being a scavenger and she's climbing, she's doing a little parkour, and she's getting the, I don't know, the.
It shows you that she's resourceful, that she has skills, independent. She's not a kid.
She's not waiting for somebody to come save her. She is getting things done. And then she goes and we get to know her. They use that as such a neat device. And then she starts to sell the stuff. And then we see the corruption like that. I mean, they really tell the story fast through that. And I just think we fall in love with her pretty quick, right?
Yeah. She's pretty cool.
I got to be honest with you. She's one of the characters that, we look at the characters on who you can have a whole show on, right? We're going to have an Obi-Wan Kenobi show. And we have a Han Solo movie. I think there's so much that we could learn about Rey. Like, they skipped so much to get from the girl who's scavenging to an elite Jedi. I mean, really, what did they show us in her training? Her running through the forest and saying, they told us that she spoke to Leia. I think there's a lot of room there to grow. But even without all that, she's definitely one of my favorite characters. So she's your favorite female Star Wars character?
Yes.
Do you know who my favorite female Star Wars character is?
Who?
Cara Dune.
Oh,
I loved.
Cool.
I've said it before on the show. If you're a regular to our show here on Saturday mornings, the Star Wars show, you know that I love Cara Dune. I loved Gina Carano previous to her being on the Mandalorian. Huge fan of her as a MMA fighter. Really like her as a person. Followed her on social media way before it was cool or not cool to follow her on social media. And if you're mad at her, nobody's mad at her. It's a corporate silliness, and I'm not going to dive into that. Love the character. Love how studly she is. Love everything about the character Cara Dune, and of course, love the actress Gina Carano. So that's an easy one for me. Who's your second favorite Star Wars female character? That list should have been Rey, then Leia. I can see that too. I mean, I'm going to go there here in a second. Number 2. Can I do my number 2? It's Rey, who we just talked about. My number 2 is Rey. And it's really close, I got to be honest. I love Rey. It could have easily been Rey for me, number 1. I love her so much. And I'm not surprised she's number 1. And we've already talked about some of those reasons why. I just think she's awesome. I love my favorite scene with Rey, honestly, really, is when they're trying to get the Millennium Falcon fixed. And that one, that one right there, the one I'm pointing at. I love it. I think she's got great. I also love when they're.
If we don't plug this up right now, the fuel cells will crack. This entire ship will be flooded with poisonous gas.
And then also when they're running away from the scary monster in the Millennium Falcon, and she saves him by hitting the button at the right time, and he tells her what happens. Oh, that was lucky, and I don't know. I just love how she delivers it. I think she's a really good actress, at least in the Star Wars movies, and I loved it. I love her, so she's my number 2. So for me, Cara Dune, really close number 2 is Rey. Your number 1 is Rey. Who's your number 2?
Sabine Wren.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Leia. Sabine Wren. So tell me more. Oh, no, actually, I thought it was going to be Ahsoka. So I'm surprised.
It was a little tricky.
Yeah. So anyway, so say again, Sabine Wren?
Yes.
I know nothing about Sabine Wren. Disney Baker in the house. What's going on? I need to know. Tell me more. Tell me more.
For starters, Sabine Wren, she is a lot of things, but she is not weak. You see, on Mandalore, her family, she made a big mistake. She enrolled in the Imperial Academy on Mandalore after the Empire took over her planet.
Whoa. Sabine Wren went to Mandalore and enrolled in what?
An Imperial Academy. She made a big mistake.
What's an Imperial Academy?
It's an academy where the planet's recruits are allowed to enroll in the Empire's ranks.
Oh, okay.
Basically a training camp.
Okay.
And
makes sense.
there, her instructors told her to build a weapon, and she made a lot of really bad ones.
Mm.
And the Empire started using one of the weapons she built on Mandalore, and it was horrible. It generates you see, Mandalorians wear Beskar armor, and it's capable of conducting a high level of electricity. So it generated electricity and practically vaporized the Mandalorian bodies inside, and it did no harm to the stormtroopers.
Really?
Yes, when she realized what she had done, that the Empire had tested it and planned to actually use it on her planet, she sabotaged the prototype and destroyed the plans. She tried to fix it.
Francisco, now what's going on, Francisco? So, sorry, I didn't do my Dodger show last night, Francisco. We had life stuff. You guys, if you know what's going on, you know what's going on. We got some life stuff, but everything's good. But I see my Dodger fan, Francisco, in the house. Welcome in, buddy. Stayed up till 2 a.m. to watch the end of the game. That was crazy. So Sabine Wren, it's got to be in the Clone Wars, right? Have I not?
Star Wars Rebels.
See, I haven't seen this yet. We're watching the Clone Wars. I haven't got to Rebels yet.
Yeah, so ultimately, after Sabine went to her family to try to fix what she had done, her family had seen her as a traitor for rebelling against the Empire. So she was on the run, and eventually she met the Ghost Crew.
Interesting.
It took a long time for the crew of the Ghost to help her get better, but she ultimately did.
Wow, that's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, she went through a nightmare in back, and she came out of it strong.
That's cool. So number 1, Rey. Number 2, Sabine Wren.
Yes.
My number 1, Cara Dune. Number 2, Rey. Your number 3. Ahsoka. I want to hear from her on why she loves Ahsoka, but since she said Ahsoka, I might as well say my number 3 is also Ahsoka. And I can tell you why for me it's going to be less, so I'll go first, okay? She just looks so cool and talks so cool in The Mandalorian. I didn't know her like she did. She already knew her from the Clone Wars. I only know her from The Mandalorian. And what a cool, we only see her for a couple episodes. What a cool character. That episode where her and Mando take down the Asian art lady, I don't know who she was. I love that episode. I just loved
Morgan Elsa, that was the lady's name.
Okay. I loved it that much, and I think I probably love her because I know how much you love her. But for me, number 3, Ahsoka. Tell me more importantly why she's your number 3, because I know you love her so much.
Because for one, she's an amazing lightsaber She's amazing with lightsabers. And she has a constant sense of justice. You see, she has a desire to do the right thing. After the Empire rose up to power, she realized what they were doing was tyranny, and she decided to join the rebellion.
She's one of the people that first Anakin, then Luke, and then Ahsoka kind of make us wonder if the Jedi are good or not.
Yeah, I do kind of agree.
That's a little disconcerting. What else about Ahsoka do you love?
I just love everything about her. The way she fights, her fighting style, everything. I just love everything about her. It's all cool.
All right, well, there you go. So their number 1 is Ahsoka. Their number 2 is Leia. We both talked about those a little bit. For me, number 4, it's going to be Padme. I just like the character a lot, and I don't really know why. I think it's because it's acted so well. I think she's a great actress. I think, like when I thought about this list last night a little bit, and then this morning on what we're going to talk about, I thought, well, Padme's got to be there, and then I thought, why? Why do I like her so much? I don't really know why, but I do. And sometimes that's just chemistry, right? What about you? Who's your number 4?
I would say Leia.
Leia. Well, that's a great one, but tell me why.
For one, she is not someone you would want to mess with. When she got caught by the Empire, she didn't get weak enough to give the Empire what it wanted.
Yeah.
And also just her personality and genuine.
Yeah, she's pretty great. Now my number 5, you want to keep
Put
going?
that thing away. You're gonna get us all killed.
Exactly, like her attitude. I think, well, to talk about Leia a little bit on yours, her interactions with Luke, and more importantly, her interactions with Han are awesome.
Yes.
I think that on her own, she's a great character, but how she brings out the personality of her character and the other characters in her interactions with Chewie get this big thing out of my way. You know, with all the, I don't know, she just connected so well. I think it's because she's a really good actress, and she's a little bit loony, and I love that. All right, you want to go to number 5 because I really like my number 5 one a lot.
Sure.
And I could probably make an argument that my number 5 female Star Wars character could be higher on my list because I love this movie. I love this character, but we don't get a lot of her. It's Jyn Erso. Jyn Erso from Rogue One. I love that movie. I love the look of that movie. I love the story of that movie. I love that it's a little historic, right? It gives us more backstory. It's amazing how Reagan remembers all the dialogue, right? Grandma says it. It is. She loves it. She loves it. For me, Jyn Erso, I mean, what an important character in our story, right? We don't have Star Wars if we don't have what Jyn Erso does, right? So I love that. I love the stories where a person, male or female, but in this case, female, are lost, right? And then make something of themselves anyway. They don't need mommy or daddy. They don't need Prince Charming. They don't need someone to save them. Jyn, as a kid, is left without parents, right? Mom is gone. Dad is taken away. Dad is one of the most influential bad guys. Not that he's a bad guy. Without him, there's no Death Star, right? And Star Wars does a great job with those the familial family stories that connect Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. Here, Jyn Erso gets the plans out to the good guys so the good guys can take down the Death Star that wouldn't be operational and so deadly without her dad. It's pretty great stuff, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I love how they tell her at the council meeting or whatever it was, no, we're just going to give up. And she says, screw that, I'm not giving up, and get a band of people, and they go jump in a ship and fly up there and save the world. And I just love that movie. I love that actress. And I think it matters for me when I pick, as I'm looking at my list, or I think my list right now, I like good acting. More than that, I don't like bad acting. And she does such a great job. She's a great actress. We could talk about her and all her other movies for years, but Jyn Erso, number 5, probably could be higher on my list. Who's number 5 for you?
Cara Dune.
Cara Dune. I love that one, Gina Carano. So you loved, I've said this before on the show, but I'll say it again. You knew of The Mandalorian, and you loved Mandalorians before we had a show called The Mandalorian. When I learned that we had a show called The Mandalorian coming in 3 years, this is years ago now, you're the first person I want to talk to, because she would talk about Mandalorian lore, Beskar armor, and all this Mandalorian stuff before any of us knew what it was. Well, not any of us. Those who were into the Clone Wars, right?
Yes.
Is where you learned
about. The Clone Wars knew what I was talking about.
So tell me about why you love Cara Dune.
For one, because she's an amazing warrior.
Hey, Bill, what's going on, buddy?
2, she's not someone you would ever want to get into a fight with. I mean, that's proof of one of the episodes in Mandalorian.
Awesome. I know exactly what you're talking about when her and Mando are fighting and we get the iconic Yoda sipping soup.
Yes, that's the exact one.
And
she's just cool and genuine. Her personality, her attitude, and also one of my favorite scenes with her is when she and Mando are arm wrestling and Baby Yoda went, "Don't you dare hurt him." He started force choking her and she started freaking out, and then she yelled, "That is not okay!"
Right? It's not. So, and we get a whole show basically that is going to be because of our love for Gina's portrayal of Cara Dune. She's not in it. All the politics, not even going to dive into it right now. It annoys me greatly. I'm Team Gina over Team Kathleen Kennedy any day. But Bill, my buddy Bill is here. He's ninja listening. He's driving to Disney World right now. He's down in Florida having a good time without me. We got to do another trip down there, dude. Me and you. Anyway, I love your pick, number 5, Cara Dune. She's higher on my list, as I told you. I like our list. Who did we miss? We got a couple of you still in chat. Who did we miss? Anybody that you think should have made our list? Anybody who you're surprised we didn't mention? I think it's a pretty good list.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
that's
Ahsoka.
something I want to show everyone.
Please. I saw it down there, so I knew.
While we were in Disney, I used some of my gift cards, and I got this.
Speaking of sipping soup.
This is the toy of the year with Disney.
So she's right. It won toy of the year, not even with Disney, like in the whole industry. It's pretty creepy. Watch this.
1 second, let me turn it on.
It's like, so when we're driving down there, the girls save up their money and they want to buy stuff. And she was locked in on this one. And when they had it, and we got this in Disney Springs, right, in the Star Wars
Yeah.
store. And so she was pretty excited.
1 second.
She saved up her money to do this.
Oh, it's sorry. Still learning the controllers on this.
You want me to
thing.
hold it so you do it?
Sure.
Here, I'll hold it and you do your thing. Kind of creeps me out, I'm not gonna lie.
It drives the dog Coco crazy.
Yeah, so he would be moving if he was on the floor, but I'm holding him.
Let me turn
So
him
he's
off.
just tickling my hand, and it's kind of creepy. He's got little wheels. It's pretty cool. Yeah, my friend Jesse. Oh, are you dropping something? My friend Jesse says, "OMG, I want one." Oh, this is cool. Now this came with it, right?
Yes, it was a free purchase.
It was a free purchase.
This came with the purchase.
That's how your daughters think it's a free purchase.
It was free. It's a purchase.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant. That is pretty cool, baby. We need to get that in a frame, put that on your wall.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Careful putting it back in there. So that is cool. I like it. Yeah, she loves her room. So you recently redid your room. Kind of interior design kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And some of her favorite things are up on her wall and up on her stuff. She's got some Descendant stuff up there still. But I think that Star Wars is probably the main decorating thing of your room. Is that a fair way to say that?
Yeah, probably.
It's pretty cool. At least part
I'm
of.
really into Star Wars and a lot of things.
So let us know in the chat, who did we miss? Is there somebody who should have been in our top 5? I don't think there's anybody who said. Let me look at the list again, see if there's anybody who I think could have fought for a top 5 spot. But I feel like we did it pretty good justice. I don't know. Hard to say, right? It depends on who your favorites are. Captain Phasma, I don't know why. I think it's just the look, right? I think I just liked the look. Because even that end scene where we lose Captain Phasma, I didn't love.
You always were scum. Yeah, rebel scum.
Never really liked this character all that much.
Neither. She should have just told the rebels what she was doing, otherwise Ben and the others wouldn't have panicked.
It seemed a little forced, and the whole Leia floating in space thing kind of.
Sorry, Poe and the others wouldn't have panicked.
Disney Circus Girl in the house. Welcome in. Good morning to you. Happy Saturday. I really like that actress very much. I loved her in so many things, including Jurassic Park, obviously being the obvious one. I do love, I don't think she's in it enough, but just for fun, what a cool looking character. I really like that character, but she's not in it enough. A couple of these characters, I don't know. I've never known why people love this character. Just kind of a throw-in character to me, but whatever. People like her. Okay. Love Jin. We already talked about that. Love Rey. We already talked about that. Some of these characters I don't even know. I will say from the Clone Wars, this bad girl is pretty freaking cool looking.
She's scary.
So we should do our favorite look, our favorite costumes. That would be a cool one because she'd be higher on the list for me. Yeah. Phasma would be up on that list too. Pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
Han Solo's probably got the best look. Sabine Wren, you love.
It would be Mando or Sabine on my list.
I think for me, the obvious one that could come off my list, even though she was 4, not 5, is probably Padme, because I don't really have a reason why I love Padme. And I don't know who I would add. Who do you think would be the first one to get on your list? I guess I'm asking who your 6th one. Who's the person that's most likely to make your top 5 the next time you do this list? Or anybody else that you love that, special announced, not top 5, but, whatever. Who else do you love that's a female character is what I'm trying to ask. And I see a bunch of new people coming in. Welcome on in. We're going to be going for about 5 or 6 more minutes. And then she's going to go to work with me today. Just a little quick half work day, but we're going to have a fun day together. But anyway, who else that you can think of that didn't quite make our list? I think for me, it's Maz. Maz is the one that almost makes my list, but I can't really figure out a reason why. Just like kind of the look and the voice. Really well acted by, I can't think of her name, but I'm picturing her.
I would say it would be Padme.
Padme, yeah, Padme's a good one. So why? What do you love about Padme? Because for me, it's hard to pick out why I like her. I just do.
For one, because she's smart. Mm-hmm. She's the person who uses her brain.
Very true.
In Phantom Menace, she instead of begging for it and looking pathetic, she yields to the Gungans, was it Pride? And
yeah.
She yields to his pride and managed to convince him to help.
Yeah, I think that's probably why one of the reasons that pulls her down for me. I'm not a big fan of politicians in general.
But it's being smart to yield to someone who uses a lot of pride.
Smart. Yeah, you're right. Disney Circus Girl says Phasma is one of my favorite Star Wars ladies ever, right up there with Leia. I like Phasma's look, right? I like her voice. It's well portrayed by the lady from Game of Thrones. I can't think of her name. And the armor looks cool. That end scene with her, I didn't love. Don't love her. We lose Phasma scene. Wish they would have kept Phasma around. I would like to know more about Phasma. I think that's another character that we can certainly get more of, and maybe we'll see her. Maybe we'll see her in an upcoming show. The Bad Batch is coming, and it seems to fit for me. But anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited about these new shows that are coming, and I specifically mentioned the Bad Batch. There's 2 or 3 different shows that are coming to Disney Plus here soon that I think are going to add to our list. Yes, there you go. That's her name, the lady from Game of Thrones, Gwendolyn. Yes, I never even watched Game of Thrones. I watched a couple episodes. Didn't have HBO at the time and didn't want to start it up. I actually started to read the books, put them down. They were too hard to understand. For me anyway. And then I started and I'm like, it was a little too gory, a little too adult for me, so I put them away. But anyway, really like that actress portrayal of Phasma, and I really love the outfit. I'm just gonna say it. Pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about the upcoming movies. I think there's going to be new and exciting people. This will probably be a top 10 list here in a year or two. What are you excited about upcoming Disney content, and specifically anything with the ladies of Disney? And there's a whole show about some of the lady pilots or whatever. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Are you excited about any upcoming Disney shows as it relates to this topic?
I am looking forward to the next season of Mando because I really want to know where they're going to take it next time and how Bo-Katan is going to deal with Mando and Darksaber, and we're just in a whole new position. I really want to know where it's going to go.
So when this show is going on every Saturday, like it will be again, we usually drop some Star Wars news, anything that's newsworthy over the past week or two. And there was a bunch of stuff, but we'll get to that next week because we're going to shut down the show here in about a minute and a half as we go and do a little work together. And that'll be fun. And we'll grab some lunch. We'll have a nice Saturday together. It'll be fun. So anyway, I think that's it. Anything you want to say to people before we say goodbye? We've got a minute and a half on the show. Anything else you want to tell our people? It's coming up on We Have Spoken in future episodes. Any other topics you want to share with them?
Not that I can think of.
Oh, well, okay. So, when I talk to her about this tonight, she'll give me a list of 20 different things that she wants to talk about on the show. I'm going to tell you a little inside baseball. She loves this so much. She lights up when we talk about doing this show. And thank you for being here. Whether you've been here for 1 minute or the whole time, it means a lot to me when you're here on any of my shows, but on this one especially because I get to share it with my beautiful daughter, Reagan. So I love you guys. I love her, and I love Disney. This is our show called
We Have Spoken.
And we appreciate you listening. Thanks so much. Don't forget about Pete's Zoom meeting this morning. I'm going to work here in a minute. I don't know what the meeting is. He hasn't sent me anything. Or if he has, I didn't notice it. I've had a busy week. Maybe I missed an email. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to work here in a minute. Love you all. I do know that Pete's going to be watching the Dodger game tonight. I don't do Saturday night because we do family stuff, but I might try to pop in and say hi on that. I don't know. We'll see what we're doing for family stuff. Anyway, love you all. Tomorrow night, Dodgers, Padres, Sunday Night Baseball, ESPN Game of the Week, and Creative Talk Live with my friend Lynn, where we're talking about this thing that is creating on YouTube. Thank you for being a member of the channel. A bunch of you guys, my personal bully, Magic the Mouse TV, a bunch of members are here. Thank you for being a brand new person if you're brand new. Thank you for watching for 1 second or the whole time. And thank you for lighting up my daughter and watching our show together. We have spoken.
And have a distastic day.
Bye for now. Have fun storming the castle. See you next time.
Bye.
You're so good.
Thank you.